Mentioned before, make your attention like a drug. So I kind of feel like that's where you're going. You also, I love the analogy. I use the analogy of attention and compliance. A lot of times guys are getting attention from a woman, but they think it's compliance. It's the girl who sends nudes, but he doesn't realize she sent those nudes to 10 other guys.
Right.
He thinks, oh, she really likes me. She's sending me nudes and then when he tries to set up a date, she never wants to go on the date.
Right.
So he thought he was getting attention, which is above the belly button, instead of compliance, which is below the belly button. And so when you talk about make your attention like a drug to her, she has to earn. I say this to guys all the time, man. She needs to earn your attention. Guys who leave the heart eye emojis on a girl they don't even know.
Yeah.
She got that because her boobs are big. She did nothing for that.
Right.
Which lowers your value. You're saying she has to earn it. I think earn it is a really, really, some women are going to think that's toxic, but it's true. Like they do need to earn. They can't just say, I am the table. I am attractive because I'm a woman. You know, just my existence is the reason why you should fight for me. There does need to be some earning of it.
Yeah, completely.
Yeah.
And nothing else really matters. What she says and what she does, what she says on the phone, what she text messages you is basically irrelevant because it's fake communication. Nothing matters until she meets you in real life. If she meets you in real life, okay, it's game on. She took time out of her day to see you physically in real life. That's all that matters.
She physically moved.
Right.
She didn't just use her thumbs.
Yes.
She physically moved to see you.
Yes, and what guys have to know too is every single time a girl is willing to see you in real life, this is my opinion. If she's willing to see you in real life, meaning if she took time out of her day to see you out of every guy in her inbox, every guy who's approached her, every guy on direct messenger, every guy on a fucking dating app, there is value there in you that she sees that you probably can't see because you can only see your own lens of attraction, which is through your own male lens. But just know if she is seeing you, it's because she views you as valuable and there's value there within you. I don't think a lot of guys also hold themselves to a high enough confidence level of realizing their own worth. I think that a lot of guys don't necessarily see or understand they have value because they can't see it through the lens of how the woman views them. So that's important too to kind of realize is nothing matters until she meets you in real life.
Yeah. When a lot of guys, they'll get in the space and they overanalyze concepts. There's two that I thought were interesting from you, which is one was the idea of Adam and Eve eating from the tree of knowledge and how knowledge can maybe cause you to have analysis paralysis, right? Too much knowledge. And then the other concept that I really love, and this took me a while, is actually my father was killed by a drunk driver, and then I read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, and he talks about being in the present moment.
Yeah.
And I remember night and day switch where I was so much more attractive to women when I was being able to be in the present moment. What did you mean by that when you talk about being in the present moment with a woman and then not overthinking certain concepts?
Yeah, the more you know, the more you overanalyze, and if you want to use that analogy of biting from the tree of knowledge, right? Yep. The more information that fills your head, the more you will start to second guess, alter your moves, alter the words that you say, and a lot of times your results get way worse. So there's even some guys where they'll go on a binge of watching a lot of dating content and their results with women get way worse because they're so in their head thinking and micromanaging every sentence. What I really think, and this is my own belief, like I definitely believe, as you can tell, like I do believe in God. I do believe like God created man and woman, obviously. And I do think that like, you know, your own God-given state naturally, if you let go of some of these concepts of almost or you go through a stage where you almost unlearn so you can just get into your natural male state and live. You know, think 1,000 years ago, was there any fucking dating coaches on the internet helping guys? Right. Humans would just meet and mate, right? And families would be formed. And I think that a lot of that is hardwired into us naturally without needing help and guidance if we would almost unlearn and let go of the knowledge and just exist. You see what I'm saying? And another thing that I think too, guys have to realize, like, for me to get to this point to understand this shit, I have had to almost unlearn and deprogram from a lot of my surroundings. So I don't watch any TV. I don't watch sports. I have no idea what's going on in the outside world. I don't watch politics. I have no idea what's going on with any of the stuff outside of my own bubble because I can only control what's in front of me. And I don't, even music, I try to limit because I don't want my emotions. I don't want any sort of information infiltrating my pure God-given state. I believe that God created every man perfect, and I believe who you are as an individual is perfect if you fucking lean into it and learn how to lean into it. And the more you start to get distracted, right, by that tree of knowledge, right, the more you allow that tree of knowledge, or the more you start to bite from the fruit and you're exposed, and now the music influences you and changes your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and the TV, right, and sports, and this, and, you know, this guy talks like this, and this guy wears this outfit, and this guy wears this jewelry, and this guy moves like this. You will get so confused and cluttered that it's very, very tough to move the right way you want to. That's what I found. So I try to see as little as I can. I try to stay in my natural, pure state as much as I can. I've never been to a strip club because I don't want the diva demon in front of me. I don't want that.
Saturday night in Vegas. Bachelor party. Let's do it.
And maybe those guys that I was with last night did do that. Maybe some of them. But I personally, I've never been to a strip club. I also don't want to pay for that. I also don't need a fucking lap dance. Once you've had sex and you've had raw desire from a woman in real life, I don't want any of that programming. And the more you're going to see lights, camera, and actions, music, it's a reality perspective and flip, right? So what you have to know, or this is how I kind of see it for myself, is like the more invested in that life that I am, the more it's almost an artificial reality.